What's up, everybody? Today I want to go over with you something that I used to believe in, something that when I first started off training I was pretty adamant about, and now over the years I've changed my mind on this, okay? And this thing that I no longer believe in is that when you squat, your knees, I'm okay with the knees breaking the plane of your toes. And let me go over that with you. A lot of you are familiar with this, but a lot of you aren't, which is the reason why I wanted to make this video. But if you create an imaginary line from my toes up, so I'll use this as a marker. So if I squat, look at my knees, how they're breaking that line, okay? So when I first became a trainer, looking at the literature, it basically taught you, hey, you shouldn't let your knees break that plane. So if I'm here, in order to accomplish that, I really got to stick my butt out behind me. See that? To keep my knees from tracking forward, and I have to bow over. The same thing goes with the lunge. If I lunge, the way that I was taught is that you go down and this knee doesn't really push forward versus like this. What I currently believe is I think that it's okay. Actually, if I had to pick one or the other, I prefer actually the knees tracking forward. Now, I kind of want to go over with you real quick on how I've come to that conclusion. One is if you look at power lifters, if you look at Olympic lifters, almost always their knees are pushing forward when they squat down. So I just got to thinking they're trying to be as efficient as they can with their movement to lift as much weight as possible. If their knees are tracking past their toes, then why aren't I training my clients in that same way? Another thing that got me thinking is if you look at a child, like a toddler or something, and they squat down, they almost always just go like this. It's just a natural squatting motion, like that. So again, just thinking, hey, if children are built to squat like this, then why aren't we changing the mechanics? Because this just seems kind of normal. Like if you look at people in other countries that are kind of doing something on the ground with like plants, or even a lot of countries don't have toilets, this is how they use the restroom. Their knees are pushed forward, okay? But when I train a client and I try to teach them, hey, this is how you should squat, you got to reach your butt back, it's just all awkward, keep your feet in line, it just feels really weird. And personally, I found that when I squat, allowing my knees to push forward, it just feels way better, it feels better on my knees. I do think there's a little bit more stress that does get placed on the knees, but in general, that stress I think is a good thing. It'll make your knees actually stronger. That's it, guys. I'm going to make a series of these videos about things that I used to think that I no longer think. That might be kind of a simple one, but I hear it a lot even from trainers when they're training their clients to do things. They'll say, hey, don't let that knee pass. I get it to a certain degree. That does put a lot of stress. In general, though, like I said, it's okay if that knee tracks forward and breaks that plane. God bless you all.
Peace.